How could you get that excited about being white?
Now I feel even better about that semen I've stored in my room.
Come on, goat. Come on, goat. Give me what you got, goat.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. Q,
Yo.
you're supposed to be my friend.
Yep.
Before I bought a Wrangler, why did you not tell me that with a Wrangler comes this social convention in which you're supposed to wave to every other motherfucker in a Wrangler?
You don't like the wave?
I wasn't aware of it.
Oh, I love the wave.
I had to go get the license plates, and the guy putting the plates on starts telling me about the wave, because I know, like on a motorcycle, you're always give a little, hey, what's
motorcycles, boats, and Wrangler.
up? And Wrangler.
Yeah.
Is this the kind of car that you would have on the back, like a tire thing that says "Have a nice day" with the?
Yeah, it's what I drive.
Oh, that's not what my cover would
Is
say.
that what the covers you usually say? Is that the car
Well,
that
I
got
had
those?
a Batman one.
Life is good.
Life is good. That's those kind.
Yeah, shit like that.
That will be on the back of a Wrangler.
Wrangler.
Well, if Dave the photographer owns it, yeah. Our set photographer on Comic Book Men, whenever you're like, hey, what's up? He's like, life is good. And I just want to knock him on his ass. I want to be like,
that.
Stop it.
You don't think life is good?
Oh,
But you had a new Jeep. How bad can it be? How bad can it be with a new Jeep?
I'm sputtering and I can't even,
into insensibility.
I'm reeling. What kind of question? What happened to your Batman cover? Somebody stole it?
Let's just. How do I say this? It's hard for me to say things like this anymore, but
You were in a urban neighborhood?
no.
Had to put an IJ one on the back.
I just have to. No.
Taken by an
True
ex-girlfriend.
muscled him into it.
No, I got nothing on that. No. It just made the car a little bit more recognizable. People saw the Batman. I got followed home
Oh,
a couple
okay.
of
All
times,
right.
and that was that. So it's good.
So
I had to get rid of it.
Huh.
too high profile, Batman.
I loved it, but
You would think there'd be enough Batmans out there, though, that people wouldn't immediately...
Red Wranglers with the Batman symbol on it was very specific. I learned.
Yeah, I would not be down with the mandatory wave to every fool that drove by that just happened to have the same brand of car I did.
but it's not the same brand, right? It's not like if you see somebody in a
No.
Cherokee.
No.
You
Wrangler.
turn your head the other way like a Harley would turn
Put
to
your
a rice
nose up.
burner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're picking it up by the wrong handle. Both of you. It's
What's the handle?
you
What
know,
is the proper handle to pick it up by?
It's a friend. Like it's a society. Yeah. You know, it
It's
crosses all
juvenile.
social and racial boundaries.
A Wrangler?
Yeah. See someone driving it, you're like, hey, man.
Well, what about
What's up?
social?
Economic,
Yeah.
social. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Socioeconomic?
Of course.
Really? It's not at it's not the higher end of the
No.
of the Jeep
No,
market.
Not at all.
No. I think it's like the Rubicon and the Sahara are more expensive.
Well, it's the Sport, as I understand it, Sport, Sahara, Rubicon.
Right. But the Sahara and the Rubicon, you look at it and you're like, what, am I going on safari? Like, I don't need all this shit. Brush guards and winches and all kinds
Well,
of
the
stuff.
reason that I got a Sahara, just cut this off before we get there naturally, is because of the interior. All you get the bells and whistles on the
Fucking
interior.
crocodile hunter over here.
I got,
He's winching an alligator out of the swamp.
Yeah, it's
that's
just
not a knife.
That's not a knife. Oh, this is a knife, son.
yeah. I didn't get the Rubicon because there's no difference on the bells and
Did you ever
whistles.
go off roading?
Not by traditional method.
He's been drinking.
No.
Is the shoulder considered off-roading?
I woke up on a doctor's lawn once. So if you count that.
Sahara? I had a Sahara.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I went off-roading. First time ever been off-roading, ever. I went to...
Took the Prius?
No, my wife's. I don't know what kind of car my wife has. I can't remember. It's like almost like an
Isn't it a
SUV.
RAV4?
I don't know what it is. I can't remember now. But we took a ride up. Didn't know anything about it. Only on Mike's recommendation. To the town that time forgot. My kid and I are doing the Weird New Jersey tour. Like she wants to do weird New Jersey things and take photographs there. She's doing some sort of project.
She had asked if Uncle Brian could come along. She
To
mentioned
the Weird
that?
New Jersey tour?
Yeah. Just
No,
you guys.
she didn't ask if
She
Uncle
mentioned
Brian was free that afternoon.
All right. I was just wondering. I have a 4-wheeling vehicle.
But so we've done two stops in the Weird New Jersey tour. First one is a midget house in brick.
Oh, I know.
And after we finally found it, I was just like, I wanted to explode and be like, I can't fucking believe we just drove down here to see this piece of shit.
Right.
Like, how does this worthy of being in a magazine? I was so angry.
It's the best the midgets could do.
It's terrible.
It's just like a little.
Yeah, it's like a little shed. Mm-hmm. It's bare. It's not. No midget really lives in there or has ever lived in there.
I thought it was like a midget town.
No.
No, just a
little house.
midget shed, huh?
So I asked Mike. I was like, "Where did you?" He told me about this town.
Asshole. What the fuck?
That's deserted. Mm-hmm. And I was
a
like,
deserted midget town.
No, this could be a town of normal people could live in this town if they wanted to, but I don't know why. I didn't ask enough questions about it because first off, it's not a fucking town. I expected a town, like a small town that deserted buildings, houses, and I should have asked why was it deserted to begin with, but I didn't.
So Mike's 0 for 2 so far.
Well, no, Mike did not recommend the midget house.
Okay.
I knew about the midget house for some reason. I knew about it. I looked it up online and we found it, but the town that time forgot is just one street.
It's a street.
It's a street.
That time forgot?
It should be, the street that time forgot, and the street with only 5 houses on it.
And the houses are just empty? I mean, you could see that over at Marlboro.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It took an hour and a half drive to see this street, and was so upset that we were just like, well, there's got to be other stuff around here. We'll just drive around. And we got caught taking these. I mean, we're talking. It's in the middle of nowhere in New Jersey.
Bunch of midgets came running out.
And some car was following us, and we couldn't find our way back to the main road. So I took this turn off an off road. Took us on a real off road. Like there was no pavement, and the car was following us. And my wife and my kid were getting so.
Oh, so Debbie was invited too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, her mother was invited.
All right, I'm just wondering.
Get that?
just wondering.
Right.
And
well, maybe me and Kate will go on our own fucking weird New Jersey tour.
Me?
Do you like midget houses? No, not you. Kate.
Oh, I'm not 100% either.
Kate, who doesn't want to go with them. Maybe she'll want to go with her cool
There's
goddaddy.
a queue. There's a queue.
but that's
Well, you know what? You can come.
No, I'm right.
Come to the midget house.
I got to be honest with you. I don't think there's anything in the Weird New Jersey tour that's worth seeing.
Oh, man. That's a bummer because you really like that magazine.
No, I don't.
Did you sell it here?
I sell it here.
Don't you endorse every single thing that you sell here?
I got to be honest. Every time I looked at it, I was like, this magazine is laid out really odd. It's like it's hard on the eyes. It's not like the layout. You need a new just magazine layout.
Here's the problem with Weird New Jersey and a lot of these urban exploration type things is anything really cool was knocked down like 5 to 10 years ago. Right. Otherwise, you're like, I went to Centralia in Pennsylvania where there was like they used the thing in
Hills Have Eyes?
You're close. Not Hills Have Eyes, but fuck, what was that other movie? It was based on a video game. They're monsters and shit with like the triangular head. Not Doom.
Resident Evil?
Not Resident Evil. Silent Hill. Silent Hill, where there was an underground fire due to like a mining explosion.
Right, sure, Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, and then all the heat like bubbled up through the ground, so the tar and shit is all bubbly, and the houses, everybody had to evacuate.
Yeah, sinkholes.
And then you go there and you're like, Again, it just looks like a bunch of road with
4-hour
like kind
drive.
of. It was far, bro, and like just sort of steam coming out of the ground, and you're like, all right.
I could have looked at this on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, at the
saved
time, I
trip.
don't think YouTube was that popular, but still, I might have been able to. Yeah. Yeah, I could have saved a trip.
At one time, it did have a lot of, because people didn't want to move out, so there was a lot of houses and everything. And they finally just did a massive buyout and just demolished the houses as soon as they bought them all out.
Like the whole ride up, I'm going like, if this is a whole town that's deserted, why don't they just let homeless people move into this town? I was telling, we're trying to figure out why would a town. I was like, I worried about like maybe it was pollution or like black mold or something.
Mm-hmm.
Why would a town need to be deserted? And we're like, should we even be going up here? Are we in harm's way?
Mike wouldn't put you in harm's way.
Well, I mean, I know Mike likes the weird New Jersey, so he would take the risks.
He's an adventurer, Mike.
He would
Trailblazer.
He would take the risks to see the town that time forgot.
So you guys went. Let me make the very fine distinction between off-roading and going on a dirt road, because there's dirt roads where like you can cut through like by Navesink River Road, like that's Sage and I. That's off-roading.
Kind of like off-roading.
Oh, God. I knew he was boasting.
There was no pavement. There's no concrete anywhere.
There's no pavement.
It was all dirt with big holes.
Technically, it's a road,
Potholes.
though. Potholes?
Potholes. Yeah, technically it's a road because you can see the street sign. There's street signs, but like I'm like, who's even bothering to come back here? Like who would be even? But there was a car following us,
right?
And they were so freaked out because we came to a bridge. And two cars can't fit over the bridge at the same time. So the car that's following us, I turned around. I was like, oh, he stopped following us. I wonder where he went because there's no other place he could go. We went over the bridge and we came to a tree was down the road. We had to come back the other way. And they were so worried about the car that didn't follow us. What happened to it?
Mm-hmm.
Turned out we figured out he just stopped and was just fishing in a pond.
He did a little off-roading and then went fishing.
In their head that he was dissecting a body or something.
It seems an odd first thing to jump to.
Well, it's weird, New Jersey.
A lot of movies, bro. Is that the first thing you think about? You don't hear the banjo playing?
No, not really. I mean, life experiences show
Walt
me
squealing
otherwise.
2 minutes later.
You don't think of a Ned Beatty scenario where you're
Maybe I think about it, but not in a fearful way. Well, excited, welcoming, waving out my
pray for
Wrangler
me,
window,
boy.
just hoping.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
I think.
it was something. That was some ending.
Yeah, I was telling you before. I was like heart pounding, and
Yeah.
my heart doesn't pound only if I'm watching the Devils. So for it to make my heart pound, it's got to be an amazing game, and only sports can do that, in my opinion. There's no other form of entertainment that can make a heart pound than sports. Movies, not a chance.
So when's the last time the Devils made your heart pound?
2012.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a roller coaster.
Okay,
But I
that's
wouldn't-
more
I
of a
wouldn't-
physical thing.
But I wouldn't call that a television show or a
Right.
movie or something you sit down and watch.
That's pretty crazy, man. Well, you got your money's worth on that on
And
Sunday.
it's free.
It's free.
It's like broadcast free. I mean,
Everybody gave up on the game. Every single person I know was
Not
like,
me.
"This game sucks. I'm done."
Well, it seems like
me.
a lot of people walked away third quarter or third.
Did you?
Did I walk away? I walked away. I guess I watched like the last 4 minutes of the second quarter. Are they quarters or halves?
Yeah, quarters.
Quarters.
and halves.
And then Gaga came on,
Yeah.
and I was impressed with her lack of message. Her message was very light. It was like one of inclusiveness, but there was no fucking hardcore
She
bullshit.
put a tour on sale the next day. She
Right.
didn't fucking offend anybody.
I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
No, there was apparently rumors she was going to go after Trump and it was going to be satanic and all this other stuff.
I did
Oh,
not
satanic
hear that.
would have been
I
cool.
did not hear that rumor. Why on earth would she have something satanic? Is she known for satanic music with that fucking dribble?
No, it was
that was coming out of her
not a
mouth?
satanic music. It would be a satanic message.
Huh?
It would be a satanic message. Is what that was. What I
Why?
heard.
Why is she again? Is she associated anyhow with the devil in her music?
No, I just think with her, like the whole meat dress and going for shock and like awe, that people thought someone, I guess,
Why
started
would
the rumor-
so? Why be like? Well, I know what she's going to do. Something satanic.
and people, because no one knew what she was going to do, and that's what they were running.
That
with.
was the go-to.
I don't.
Well, no, it was
I think you're
satanic.
full of
There was
shit.
one was satanic, and one was definitely anti-Bush.
Bush.
Anti-Trump.
That'd be great if she started ripping on that
I've-
old Bush that was on the field. Like he's in the wheelchair with that smile, and she just starts ripping into him.
I don't know. I've seen a couple of lip slips, and she's definitely anti-Bush. Kaboom, boy!
Yeah. No way. I never thought she was going to do anything.
You didn't think she was going to make at least one? See, I thought she was in a no-win situation
Why?
because if she does perform and she doesn't say anything anti-Trump,
Yeah.
then there's a lot of people who are like,
You had an opportunity.
You had a platform.
You could have let people know that everybody doesn't like Trump. How else are we going to know?
Unless you follow Chris Lodano on Facebook.
And if she
I got to
does,
say, I muted that motherfucker. I muted him. I'm here to say it publicly. I had to, because otherwise, I'm going to stop liking the guy.
On Twitter?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
which means I kind of muted him in life, unless I see him here.
Right.
Every morning when I walk in, Mike is like, "Oh, did you see what Lodano posted this morning?" I'm like, "You know what? No, I've gotten fed up with him." And I'm like, I almost did mute him on Facebook.
I think Ladondo would be best served. He should either move to a sanctuary city.
I think he lives in a sanctuary city.
Staten Island
or-
Sanctuary City.
Part of New York City, yeah. I mean, it's the one part of that you would not put people who need sanctuary.
Say.
Yeah, no, you don't send them to Staten Island.
Or we could trade him. I would say trade him. Let one Muslim guy come over here.
Yeah.
Send Ladondo over there. Wabsy. Although he
man.
lives in a first world country, he doesn't live in like Syria or nothing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't muted him, but I don't really go on anymore. I deleted all news apps off my phone.
It's too much.
I don't watch the news. For 2 weeks now, I have blissfully ignorant of anything going on in the world. It's amazing. So
It's a way to be.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Well, I find like I'm just like this, and I'm a fan of hypocrisy, but
I mean,
I like it.
the last 6 years would prove that.
But it's just like I just am. Just everybody who's screaming now about like the refugees and we're turning people away and there should be no nations and no borders. I'm like, where the fuck were any of you people when like the war was starting or like when people like were dying left and right over there? Like, how come I'm only seeing these marches?
What war are we
now?
talking about?
Just anything. Like,
What war are you talking about? You talking about the after 9/11?
No, that was everybody was happy then. The like. People have been getting bombed and killed
Well,
unjustly.
unless you were an Iraqi. I don't know if everybody.
Then you were like, I'm not super psyched.
We didn't have anything to do with this,
Yeah.
bro. What are you talking about? When everybody was happy.
What the hell's yellow
I was
cake?
talking about the United States.
Weapons of what?
Why, the Iraqis didn't like it? I thought we liberated them. No, didn't we free them? So, but like like Obama's been waging
They didn't want to
war
wear jeans
with
as
drone
much as
strikes.
we had a PR company telling us that they want to wear they want to wear blue jeans and listen to rock and roll.
That was the Russians too, right?
I mean, we've been bombing people over there for years, and now all of a sudden it's a big crisis and a big problem. It's
Well,
like
because it's some people want to hate on Trump for any possible reason. So when somebody, I mean, the Russians have been fucking bombing the shit out of him. Nobody
it's
says
just
anything
what
about
end,
that.
though?
There's
what
so
end?
many crises in the world. There's so many people who are in pain and in need. But now is the time that they choose. But they've ignored all the other things. But now is the time for them to march and stuff. And it's just like, good. I like that they're marching. I think it's a good thing. So go for it.
Does marching around accomplish anything?
Yeah, I think it does.
Does it?
Well, you
It depends on how you do it.
Go ahead, explain how.
Well, no, sometimes you have those protesters where like they'll block off roads and streets and everything, and that just pisses
Right.
people off because it's like
It's
Make sure-
counterproductive.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you're turning people against your message because it's like they're against you now, and then whatever your message is.
Just holding up traffic. You're trying to get home, Walt. There's some protesters.
It depends. I think it also depends on the protest, though. I mean, if I'm trying to go home and the protest is 180 degrees against my belief, then of course I'm going to be angry. But if it's a cause that I maybe strongly say like I believe in that cause, I might just be mildly angry that I can't get home then.
So people are protesting.
Not enough where I'd ever get out and join the cause.
They're like, down. Yeah, you want to get out of your car. You're like, I mean, can't you see my car's all muddy from off-roading and shit? Yeah. So there are people out there. They're protesting physical comics. They want digital comics only. You're enraged.
Well, I couldn't be. Yeah, I would.
Would you run them over? Would you break the?
Yeah, I might pull.
picket line?
Yeah, I might have to kill one of them protesters.
Do a little off-roading on their heads.
Just as a symbolic. I'll go down as a martyr. But so what?
At least he knows his vehicle can handle it.
At least Forbidden Planet and
he'll get to go to heaven
and Jim Haley's Universal will still be around even while I'm in jail for the rest of
and you'll get to go out. You'll get to go up to heaven and hang out with 72 virgins who are reading comics.
I'm not dead, am I?
Well, yeah, it's true. New Jersey doesn't have a death penalty, so well, you're still a martyr, though.
Yeah,
imprisoned for life.
I'll send you comics.
There is shit. People go to prison for life. I'm like, why, dude? Like, why? Holy shit!
All you have to do is not do that one thing.
Not do that one thing. Like, it's crazy though. The shit people do, like especially like heat of the moment type stuff.
Yeah,
like they get real mad and they're like kill their spouse or their boyfriend.
Well, when you got your gun, I was afraid that was coming down.
I can imagine that you don't fall into the category of somebody who people would be like, well, I don't think he should have a gun because he dropped a bottle of wine and destroyed his car.
Yeah, I mean that's
not the whole car.
I didn't shoot the car though. Like if I shot the car, then
if you had your gun on you, is there a chance you would have shot the car?
There's a pretty good chance I would have shot the car. Especially if I had the shotgun, I would have taken the whole fucking windshield out.
I don't know, Kenna. Maybe you could explain this to me.
Yes, sir.
Because you're a pretty well-read guy, and this is without me taking a position on either way. But why?
How brave of you!
I'm not taking a position on anything anymore ever. But why are people opposed to having stringent immigration rules or strong borders? Like I can't figure out why people are opposed to that. Do you have a?
I think it's to them it's open borders or it's closed borders.
Well, I think it's being viewed as anti-Muslim, not anti-immigrant. But
well, the border wall.
But I mean, you see a lot of people who are protesting. They're younger people who are they're always idealistic. Your girls, are they?
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
they just.
I love to see the passion.
They're passionate. Their hearts are beating.
Yeah, and I'm like,
as if they're watching a Devils game.
Yeah, and then I'm like, wait till you're in your 30s, gals.
Right. Wait until
you got to pay your own first bill. That's when everything that's when it starts changing. Am I wrong? I mean, the first time you're responsible for that, you're like, oh wait, maybe the world doesn't work like I think it works.
Yeah, there's a lot of idealism with the younger people, and look,
as it should be.
I think most of the people that are coming over here, like to be like, we need to keep it safe from terrorists. I think it's probably not. That's not really the problem. I don't think you're importing tons of terrorists. I don't. I think the problem is more like you get all these people over here who have no idea about like assimilating into a first world country. People are from a war torn fucking shithole and have no idea. Like, well, what do they do now? You put them in a settlement, and then somebody's going to get mad about that. Like, what do you do? I don't know. I don't got the answers, Q.
That's why I asked
Don't ask me.
I figured he would know.
What does he know?
Seems to know everything.
Look at him.
Seems to know everything. I don't know. Yeah, but even singling out those 7 countries, which I believe in, I understand why that annoys people, but like there's been a whole rallying cry of like no borders, that like we should be a totally open nation. It's just like
that's kind of nuts.
I don't want that. Like, do people really want that, and why? That seems crazy.
Well,
because they haven't thought it through.
Because it sounds
no, they don't.
They don't have any. You're allowed to travel freely across the countries, aren't you? In Europe?
Well, because of the EU passport, you're saying.
Yeah, right. You're able to go into different countries.
And look what's happening in France. Like every fucking 2 weeks, there's somebody shooting.
Oh, I think.
Yeah, look what happened in Greece.
That's an over-exaggeration. Yeah, it's going to happen, but it happens here too. About the same type.
Yeah, but it's Americans doing it. I mean, you can't stop that. good old-fashioned American wants to go nuts.
We got a right to do that. Go
Come
nuts.
on, man. Here you're talking about people from other countries shooting up the Louvre. That's not right. Can't do that. Yeah, but they're moving away from that. That's England's out.
That's not going to stop. What, so you think they're going to build a wall in England?
They have
Well,
a
I think
channel.
the whole point of them doing the exit thing is the Brexit thing is so they could secure their borders and put a clamp on immigration.
Right, but
But why is the wall a bad thing? That's what I don't understand. Like everybody's against it,
it's symbolic of isolation.
right?
it's
But
symbolic
it's also
of-
aside from being a symbol, it's also an actual wall keeping the border secure.
I think it's impractical, though. I think
money
that's
wise,
all.
I don't see it.
Well, money wise, and just like even the wall that's up now, there's like because you can't restrict people's access to their land, so there's these huge holes in
Right.
the wall. And from what I understand, there's also a wall that Mexico maintains in the southern portion of the country that we help pay for. I might be wrong, so if everyone wants to say I'm fucking stupid and whatever, that's okay. Yeah. But you know, because you want to try to stem the flow of drugs from southern, South America into Central America and then up here. I don't. I want the drugs.
I don't understand though. Also,
I'm against all walls.
I don't understand how it can't be beneficial to both sides though. Like, don't people travel all over the world to see the Great Wall of China? Like, if you built one that looked like that,
right?
point.
couldn't
something
you
cool.
it'd be a tourist attraction as well?
You would think, yeah.
Right?
And that
If you
was
made
to
it
keep
look-
out the hordes of Mongols, right? Yeah.
But like, if you build a replica of that,
Right.
so people don't have to go over there and see it, but you build one that looks just like it here. I don't know how much it would cost. Probably cost a lot, right?
To build a Great Wall of China
But
here.
you charge people to take photos,
Couple bucks.
tickets.
No, you don't.
t-shirts.
No. You don't charge people, but but it helps. It helps the communities surrounding the wall, though. It's some tourist dollars coming in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. T-shirts. And
But you
stuff
could
like
probably, by not building that wall, either your Great Wall or Trump's wall, all the money that can go into it, you would like. You're saving a lot of money by not building that wall. No,
Oh yeah,
You save a lot of money by not doing a lot of things.
right. But
you
what
know,
I'm saying is, like, to build a wall for tourists to come look at for money.
Well, it's not just to look at. It's
Right.
also to serve
Right.
two purposes. It's to keep, it's to keep some people out.
Right.
And, both sides. It works on both sides. We can't go in either. It's not like we can go over. It's like that wall stops us from going over too.
Right. That's a good
And
point.
nobody ever brings that up. I don't ever hear anybody saying that.
Because I don't think you see hordes of Americans flocking to Mexico. I don't think they have that same problem where they're like, what are we going to do, man? These
wasn't
pasty-faced motherfuckers won't stop coming in the country.
They did that in what was that? 2012.
I'm off-roading. Can I come off? Can I come?
I'm looking for a weird New Jersey site.
Is there a Great Wall around here? You guys seen a? Yeah.
Replica.
Yeah, I mean it's a big problem with with gangs, like a lot of gang people. Somebody I saw in San Francisco, somebody in one of the sanctuary cities, some dude fucking killed a lady, and it's like he's been like deported 8 times, and he keeps coming back, and he's
Right.
committing
But we got a
crimes
lot.
and all this
But
other
they're
shit.
not. You can't blame the Mexican gangs as there's a lot of gangs out there that have nothing to do with Mexico, and we can't get a handle on it either.
No, I'm not talking about
this wall
the-
ain't going to do anything to stop it.
Look, I love the Mexican mafia. I'm down with the Norteños. I'm down with the Sureños.
There's some brutal fuckers,
MS-13, yeah.
They're like
They're heartless. Heartless, man. Cold-blooded. Yeah, like when you have like young women with kids like who have a giant 13 tattoo on their
And
face, you're
they're-
like, that's a committed person.
Are there any exceptions? Can somebody like me if I was growing up in the round and I apply if I wanted to join the gang, or is it no?
Now?
Not now. But let's say in another world I grew up where this gang activity was, and I befriended some of them. Could I be like, hey man, I want to join the gang? Could they let me in, or is it against totally? I couldn't do it.
I think. What is that noise?
That's
It's just upstairs. They're working upstairs.
Oh my god!
On what?
They're remodeling it.
I think you would be better served to they're not around anymore.
But would they make
But like the
exceptions, or is it
Westies-
just like you got to be full-blooded Hispanic?
I would think
Are there
most like I mean, I've seen quite a few documentaries, and I've never seen one pale Irish guy amongst them. Being like, my gosh, I'm McGarway. Let's go slice off somebody's face.
Let's say you got your own gang, man.
I in a way though, that's wrong too though.
I know. I mean, I think
He's going to sue the Latin Kings to join. Goes before the Supreme Court.
I mean, aren't they feeling the heat of this all-inclusive era that we live in?
I think that now that we look, liberals, we know you hate Trump, okay? Let's go after like Mara Salvatrucha. Let's tell them like, guys,
A little diversity around.
a little diversity in the gang. Right? It's all Nicaraguans, I think. It's a Nicaraguan based gang. Let's get some Irish guys in there. Let's get a couple black guys in there. Let's get some
let's
Italians, a couple Jewish guys.
Yeah,
a national, like a U.S. nations of
United Nations.
United Nations. Sorry, United Nations. Just like the comic show and just like movie show, where it's never like an all black gang or an all Asian gang or anything. It's always like, here's a white guy, here's a black guy, here's a Hispanic guy. That should reflect real life.
And I know that people think that we're fucking around. We're saying this, but if they were to do it, though, think how much better prison would be for these people. Like you know how they like prison, like they separate into these gangs,
Right?
And they don't and
it's
don't
always
mingle.
by color.
And they don't mingle. This way, though, like if you break down that wall, prison might be a much less violent atmosphere, though.
We should get these gangs wranglers.
So they all wave to each other.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
You'll see them waving at everybody. It gives you a good feeling.
That's a pretty good idea.
I think that like by just sticking to your own gang in prison, though.
Yeah.
You're never going to break that cycle, though.
So you're in the Aryan Brotherhood in prison, and you're like, at the next like meeting after they read the minutes, you're like, okay, I'd like to be recognized. How about we let some black guys in the game? What do you say? Because they will deal with like black gangs, because obviously gangs are not like, hey man, racial pride. For the most part, it's about money and the like who's selling the drugs and who's bringing in contraband and all that other shit. So they will work with those other gangs, but though they don't, I guess, respect their race. I don't get it. I mean, you were talking about passion for like your heart thumping for the Super Bowl and the Devils and shit. Like these guys, like their heart thumps for their fucking race. And I'm like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm like, how could you get that excited about being white?
How could you be that excited about the jeans that made me look like this?
Yeah, I know. God damn, I wish I had more black jeans. They're all like black guys. There's a couple fat guys, like that Urkel show. The dad was pretty fat. Yeah,
that's your go-to.
Well, he's pretty fat.
I was going to say Fat Albert.
Fat Albert, sure, Fat Albert. But like by and large, like a lot of black dudes, like they're muscular and shit, man. I wish I had some more black muscular genes in me.
Yeah. I guess. You could just work out.
I could, but I would never have that same like tone.
The genetic advantage.
Well, I think they work out.
Not what, the black gel guys or just black people in general?
Fat Albert.
Well, the black people that you're talking about that are fit and in shape probably work on it, right?
Yeah, probably. I guess they all do. What else are they going to do? Well, so you're saying
lots of things.
When you're in jail?
Yeah. Well, you're locked down for like 23 hours a day.
Yeah.
So you're saying I don't need more black jeans. I just need to get off my ass. Which, fat news, baby.
Oh, yeah?
Boom, baba, boom, baba, boom, baba, boom.
Fat news. Ooh, chicken.
Yeah, I'm going to start. I'm so fat. I got to start doing the Fitbit thing.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on.
Why, it's prescribed?
Yes, I got a prescription Fitbit from my fucking doctor. No.
You said I'm going to have to start. You said like you were like told
unless
by
I
your
want to
doctor.
die of a fucking heart attack, like fucking a white fat Albert playing a radiator in the fucking junkyard.
All right, smart ass.
Boom,
I don't.
Jeep fat but Rob.
Is this
Fat
Fitbit?
Brian.
Is this Fitbit your idea?
Yes, I invented it.
Is this Fitbit your idea that it's going to help?
Yeah,
Or is there did somebody recommend you a Fitbit?
No, you think someone was like,
'Cause I don't believe they work.
what's that?
I don't think they work.
Oh, you don't think they work?
I think that I've heard that it's not accurate. Mm-hmm. And it's just.
Who were you talking to, Edgar? Because he had the same spiel.
And that like you could fool it when you're not really doing anything. It's giving you steps. It's giving you fake steps.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'll do. I'll fool it.
You don't have an Apple Watch already? I thought you had one.
No, I don't have it. You think an Apple Watch is better?
Well, it has it on it. I know that it counts the steps and stuff like that.
Monitors your sleep and all that other stuff.
I'm a movement watch kind of guy. I'm VMT baby all the way. Fuck it.
Segue.
Let me see if we have a movement. A movement.
Hey, wait, before we jump into that, I want to give a shout. Can I give a shout out? It's been a long time since we've done
Is it a personal
shout out.
shout-out?
Kind of, but it's an ant.
It's an ant.
I want to nominate
No,
him
no,
for
no,
Ant of the Week.
Is there? Okay, we're gonna Ant of the Week.
Yeah.
This is causing me pause because I'm kind of down right now on ants. A lot of fucking.
Well, I
shitty
got
emails,
one
but now
that's gonna
I love
turn
this
you around.
idea about Ant of the Week. Though.
And I'm going to tell you why he's going to turn you around, because he could also get you probably into Universal Studios for free.
Oh, I know who it is.
Mike?
I know this guy. No, it's Justin.
No.
Oh,
Weren't you
okay.
just there? Will?
No.
That's my Ant of the Week, Justin.
I don't know who this Justin chump is.
He got me into Universal.
Well, we shot an episode in Universal this last week. That's why I was out of town. And the sign to us was like a guide, like a tour guide for the park type thing. And the first thing he started asking me about was the trial. Turns out he's a hardcore ant. His name is Mike. Been listening since day one.
Was he on the show?
No.
You
no.
met that guy, right?
Well, I met that guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's the concierge of the hotel we
Yeah,
stayed in.
yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Him and his brother. No. Ants are...
Yeah, they're
They're
popping
everywhere.
up everywhere.
It's like Fight Club, bro. They're everywhere.
I was in Foodtown shopping the other day, and a dude probably around our age gave me the antennas. He goes, "I know that's all you wanted. That's all you want." And he just kept
That's a great
moving. I was like, "You're awesome."
So this guy, Mike, he is, steeped in Tell Him Steve Dave. He knows everything.
And what does he do for Universal?
He's a VIP tour guide.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, if you go, you could pay to not wait on lines and stuff like that. So it brings you right.
Yeah, I did that. I had to pay though.
Yeah. He that's him. And he's a super, sometimes you're like, I don't want to spend my entire day walking around with a stranger.
You're
thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
I am too, because I'm like, wow, we're gonna kick off Ant of the Week,
Yeah.
and we're gonna give it to a guy
Yeah.
that just gave you a couple free passes to Universal.
No, he didn't give me free pass. We were shooting an
No.
episode
It made
there.
his life so much easier. Everything was complimentary.
No.
He fucking hooked me up, dickheads.
I didn't need hooking up. I was a university employee for the week. I was working down
He
there.
kept the fucking commoners away.
Well, he didn't really do that.
No, he
I
didn't?
wish he
Oh, he
had.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
a little too many commoners. No, super nice guy, and I know he's listening. He wanted to know how the trial ended, all that stuff. He was
A lot of people fishing for inside info.
yeah. He was great. So I want to say hi, Mike, and you know how at the end of Animal House it says if you go to Universal, ask for Babs. Mm-hmm. If you go to Universal Florida, ask for Mike.
Right.
Top notch.
And he'll
guy.
be like, "Hey, how's it going?" And like, "Hey, man, hook me up."
Yeah.
And how fucking poor Mike.
Nice guy.
But anyway, Fitbit. Yeah, well, even if it doesn't work.
Ant of the week.
Let's say it doesn't work. End of the week, Mike. Yeah.
Can I get an Ant of the week song from Jay Sarge or something? Mike?
Let's see. You really want to make this like a weekly feature? How are we going to?
Well, people could submit why they should be Ant of the Week.
I don't want to do it though.
No.
No, I'm done. I'm actually I need a break.
Too many people shitting on you.
Yeah.
So who's gonna take on Ant of the Week?
Get him. Get him could do it.
Reading the worthiness.
I think get him.
No,
should
then
do
they'll
it.
just attack him relentlessly.
Get him. What's your email?
Give him an email.
Get him SteveDave@gmail.com.
There you go.
If you want to be Ant of the Week, and what does it come with? Does it come with anything, just recognition?
Yeah, you get the song that Jay Star just made up, and
What about a piece of felt?
Yeah, but then we got to send Mike a piece of felt.
I don't care. It's only a stamp.
All right.
Isn't he worth it? He's fucking end of the week.
Yes, but now we're getting into me doing
It's only a
things.
stamp.
So
But
Mike,
now you're talking reciprocation.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sending him a couple of my vinyls for my personal stash.
Ooh.
Super nice guy. Super nice guy.
Anyway, there's
End of the week. That's all I'm saying. Mike, end of the week.
and if you want to be up for you want to apply to be end of the week, where do you got to send an email to?
Get him stevedave@gmail.com. Please stop sending me pictures of guys' chests.
And what kind of thing are we looking for? Are we looking for people who do good ant things, or just looking for what are we looking?
Well,
for?
I'm looking for people who
sick?
help me out. But sure.
You know, maybe
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, maybe if
as we
they
go
did
along.
something, tell them Steve Dave related, like they got a tat, or they got or they, or maybe they got it etched into their skull, like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
It's like Tom Brady's number.
That'd be great.
All right.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you hear his jersey got stolen, huh?
I was reading that this morning.
I didn't read it, but
End of the week.
I saw
Mike,
that.
End of the week.
Do you know he was taking a lot of flack too before the Super Bowl win, because he's friends with Trump. He was
Oh, they're fucking
they were
buddies.
coming down on Tom Brady.
He's a rich white guy. Does anybody doubt that he's friends with Trump? I mean, how is this news?
But is he the greatest ever, Q? Tom, I know you got your Fitbit. I just want to nail this. I want to nail Q to the cross
statistically,
here.
he has to be, right? I don't know enough about football to say.
But I think if the social media
Yeah.
can proclaim that Q has deemed Tom Brady the GOAT, greatest of all time,
Oh, I thought you were talking about Trump.
Yeah.
I think that they'll
I'm
get
also
back to
ready
Tom
to
Brady.
endorse Trump as the best president of all time.
Trump is the GOAT.
Trump's the P-goat, the presidential goat.
But this could get back to Tom Brady, like Impractical Jokers. Q deems Tom Brady
You
the
think
GOAT.
that Tom Brady gives a fuck?
Well, he double tweeted when LeBron James called him the GOAT.
Yeah, but you're talking about legit.
You're not a professional athlete, but you are on a level with LeBron James now.
I am nowhere
Yeah.
near a level with LeBron James.
Yes, you are.
That is completely
Physically,
I wish I
athletically,
was.
you are almost LeBron James.
But you are in the same air. You breathe the same air
That
as
is
LeBron
100%
James right
not
now.
true.
Well, all right. Well, regardless if you believe, I know you're being humble right now. and
I'm
I
not being
love it.
humble.
You know what? You're in it a week next week. For being so
I
humble
know.
right now.
All right, but this week's Mike.
Just shut up.
This week's Universal Mike.
This week's Mike.
Is Tom Brady the GOAT?
Based on my limited knowledge,
Is it either yes or no? Because Tom Brady's going to hear this.
That's been a problem.
He's-
I've read tons of emails
Yeah.
that it's like he won't commit anymore.
Yeah.
why would I?
That
Won't give a
that
straight
I'm
answer
the-
when asked.
That I'm the last one on the show that will give an authentic
Yeah.
opinion
I'm
on
going to ask
something.
you next, so be ready.
Okay.
I don't want no waffling.
What did you say, waffle?
Then yeah, I'll go ahead and say he's the best quarterback of all time.
No.
The greatest.
The greatest
He's the GOAT.
NFL player of all time.
Yes, sure.
That's sure.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
sure.
know
That
anything
cat-
about
that
football.
Little, that doesn't need to be said. The sure.
You want me to say just so it'll get back to him?
Yeah, of course.
Oh well, then yes, I would say that he is.
Can we make like you could be end of the week if we get this trending that BQ calls. If all the ants did this,
BQ proclaims
Yeah, but I don't want
Tom
any part
Brady
of
GOAT.
no, that's a good thing now. The GOAT.
I don't want any part of that.
All right, Brian Johnson. Well, maybe we'll go to you then. You're not as big as LeBron, but you got to be. I mean, you
I'm
got to be
like
up there with like
Luke
Walton.
a bench warmer, maybe like a guy who sees action. Are there any guys in the NBA who see
The
no
sixth
action?
man or the 12th man.
Who was the famous Philadelphia sixth man? It was Bobby. What was his name?
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Bobby Jones?
Was that it? Bobby Jones?
Yeah,
Yeah, remember? It was like he was the guy. He was the
he would win the
sixth man.
sixth man of the year. Or whatever.
I'll be the Bobby Jones of.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Sure, why not?
Well, I'm going to say he's the GOAT. I mean, he was the GOAT. I thought he was the GOAT before this. You know, I'm a big Tom Brady fan.
Oh, yeah.
You've said it many times. This is a guy who was allegedly deflating balls, or was that somebody else?
Allegedly, and I mean
Or overinflating, one of the two.
Underinflating.
underinflated. I think that has to be it's almost comical now for anybody to bring that up now after doing what he's done now.
I'm just
That's just a bitter asshole that would bring that up.
I'm just wondering if this is the same guy. I'm not condemning him for it.
Only bitter assholes will say that. This is the guy that deflated the balls. Instead of being like,
I couldn't
this
agree.
is the greatest of all time.
I couldn't agree more, which is why I wanted to preface it before I said, yes, he is the greatest of all time.
Get him?
So that's what GOAT stands for, is greatest of all time?
Motherfucker. You didn't know that?
No.
You didn't know it after he just fucking said it 10 times?
I don't know. I thought it was like the walrus or something like that.
You're like the goat in the Charlie Brown sense.
Is he the based on what you've told me, I would believe so. Yes.
See, nobody wants to give a straight
Taking into
answer.
consideration that he underinflated balls.
Well, I did hear all the booing that they were giving. Was it Godell
Yeah.
when he was handing him over the trophy?
Right. So
And there was somebody in the back, like you could see him go fuck yourself.
Oh, because that was the guy who was trying
Yeah,
to
that's the
bring
guy
him
that
down.
suspended him.
Yeah.
It's the guy that tried to tarnish his image. You can't tarnish that image.
And then I think there was some
The
underhand.
guy who
like,
tried to tarnish his image was saying, go fuck yourself?
No, that was a fan.
Wait a second.
Oh.
Was this the guy? Remember I went on vacation to
Yes,
Costa
you
Rica?
slept in his.
I slept in his bed.
In his wake. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Well, that's
yeah.
right. You got
his
jizz
I
all
sucked
over your
his
face.
jizz out of the sheets.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Where you laid your head, he put his head.
Right.
Not
Or-
many
or his
people can
ass.
say that.
I heard he sleeps upside down, so it's probably his
Well,
asshole.
Giselle was also in the bed then, so it's pretty
Right.
much all
He
I
probably
care about.
propped her up with a pillow.
Oh, yeah. He put it like she was on her. She's on her stomach, and he put
Yeah.
oh, Queen, you're so lucky.
He probably conceived a baby in that room.
Does
maybe
he have
he got
kids?
assist.
Huh?
Does he have
he's got
kids?
yeah.
Does he?
2 kids, yeah, right? Wow. Now I feel even better about that semen I've stored in my room.
Oh, so you sucked it out and spit it into a vial?
I'm waiting to
Continue on the generation.
I'm going to put it in some lucky woman.
How did
and,
you know he stayed in the room you did? I can't remember now.
Because they
told you?
They told me. Yeah, they told me.
They showed in the video.
And-
They were like, this was the goat's room.
I don't think it was a goat
In Costa
then.
Rica, that could mean
Yeah,
two different
he
things.
should have been in the running
It
to be the goat.
was 2000. What the fuck? What year are we in? It was 2011.
2011. He would win a Super Bowl. I think right after that
Yeah.
season against Seattle. All right, so it's unanimous.
Yeah.
Tell him Steve
Yeah,
Dave
we
has
got
deemed-
muscled into it.
has deemed Tom Brady to go. Let's hope it gets back to him, and it would be awesome if he tweeted like what an honor it was to be to be labeled the GOAT by the Tom Steve Dave podcast.
We should do it
Yeah,
like Mike.
somewhat reluctantly, but still.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do it like maybe you guys should do what Mike and Ming do and like record like a
Suck
something
each
and
other's
tweet it
dicks.
out.
That'll get back to Tom Brady.
In your honor, they all blew each other.
They were both wearing Tom Brady jerseys and nothing else.
Calling each other Giselle.
Come on, goat. Come on, goat. Give me what you got, goat.
You're the best of all time. You're the greatest. Oh.
Well, now I'm worried that it's going to get back to President Trump that we said that he was the pea goat.
It's all right. Why? You don't
You
think
wouldn't
he
want
really
him
is
to
the
tweet
Pico?
thanks, tell him
Do
Steve
I think
Dave.
Donald Trump's the best president of all time? No, I don't.
Oh, no? Well, yeah, but, I mean,
I mean,
The beginnings of him trying to convince you that you should think this.
it's only been a couple of weeks though. You don't think
Right.
he's had off to a pretty good start?
well, I don't think
He's off to the races. You can't deny that.
he
Kid.
is
He's
fucking
doing a lot.
shit. He's doing a lot, but I mean, I think you got your Lincolns, you got your Kennedy. You know?
You think they got all this stuff done in this little short of time?
Kennedy's overrated, man. He almost got us into a nuclear
Hey, who
war.
do you-
FDR.
Fuck him.
Do we have a body? Maybe you can look this up, Gideon. I was talking to my kid about this.
Yeah.
Has General Washington? Would he probably have some? He's probably killed people, right? He was a
sure.
general, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he has the biggest body count of all the presidents?
By his own hands?
Yeah, but like physically, actually killing people.
It would be one of those early ones for sure. But yeah, probably.
Yeah, and that blew. I popped my kid's head when I told her that. I was like, oh, yeah, because Trump had made that statement like we got blood in our hands. Did you hear that? Like we're not.
No.
He said something about during a Super Bowl interview, and she scoffed at that, and I was just like, what? I go, what do you mean? I go, he's right. I said, General Washington. He was a general before he was a president. He no doubt
Sure.
Let's put some fucking Brits.
Now
You
you
put some
talking?
Brits
Okay,
on ice and shit.
are you talking? Are we talking like by their own hand or directly caused by?
I want like he took a musket and blew some fucking limey's face off.
It's got to be his own hand.
Hey, UK, how you doing?
Hey man, that shit doesn't die easy.
No, from
Yeah,
I
we're still
never forget.
pissed. If you call somebody a limey these days, would they even know what you're talking about?
Are limeys American,
is it
though?
derogatory? No, a limey is.
Is that what we would call a Brit?
Yeah, is it like a
I
derogatory?
thought that's what they call us.
Remember when we worked down at the wreck and the guy next, like who had the house right behind the wreck, he was an English guy, and he accused me of calling him a limey, which I never said. And Timmy was like, "Yeah, he said you called him a limey," and then like there was a whole big fucking scandal. I was like, "But I never said it."
As if that's a slur.
Yeah, I know.
In America.
Yeah.
As if like any of your superiors would be like, what? Especially in the 80s, when you could call people a hell of a lot worse than the L word.
Yeah.
The L word. Right there, Timmy. There I am having my tea. And out of nowhere, it calls me the L word.
Like in 1984, this guy's fucking like, you call me a limey.
What's up, limey, motherfucker?
But is there any kind of record of what kind of?
The things I'm finding so far are like blaming them for starting wars.
Washington?
No, Nixon. They're saying Nixon.
What
has the highest
war?
body
Look up
count.
Washington.
I'm sure. I got this. I'm looking it up
Fucking
right
goat.
now.
He's the anti-goat.
Yeah, that's definitely.
They said Jackson would be high up on the list. Harrison was involved in the Indian Wars that were especially bloody and up close in person. George Washington likely saw some hand-to-hand combat in the French and Indian War, and he was personally responsible for a massacre, the Jumonville affair, which actually set off that war.
The Jew man.
He was part of a massacre?
Apparently, yes.
Oh, then he's the man.
Teddy Roosevelt killed a few people in close quarters during the Spanish-American War. Zachary Tyler saw a lot of direct conflict and was involved in direct combat in multiple wars. Grant was in the Mexican-American War as a junior officer. But it's tough that they're saying it's tough to find.
Out who has the most blood on their hands.
Yeah, because like it's
Wasn't Kennedy a pilot?
No, Bush was a pilot.
No, I know Bush was a pilot. Wasn't Kennedy?
Kennedy was on a PT boat, wasn't he? PT 109.
Something. Because
Because remember, it sank.
All right. So you want to backtrack? You want to retract the GOAT label for Trump, and you're going to go with Washington. For his massive body count.
Well, I'd probably say Lincoln.
Lincoln?
Yeah, he freed the slaves, man.
All right. If you're going to go with that,
You're saying as being the best president because he freed the
But
slaves?
the GOAT.
Yeah,
There's also number one.
That's only because of the cotton gin.
Washington's number one.
Sure.
He didn't tell any lies.
Chop that cherry tree down, right?
I mean, Lincoln's a great number two GOAT, but I mean,
But I mean, to say he's the GOAT.
I mean, you don't think like
I mean, he freed an entire enslaved race of people. It's hard to.
But he couldn't serve out his term, though.
Only because he got shot in the head.
Plus, he was all depressed and shit. He's always like,
Yeah, he did that despite being
maudlin,
depressed.
little bitch.
Because his wife.
You're depressed all the time.
No, I'm not trying to be president, though.
Who's the GOAT of presidents then?
The GOAT of presidents, I'm going to give it to Harrison. He got in, he got out.
FDR's pretty up there, too, man.
There's a lot of GOATs.
I think FDR might, because he did.
But there can only be one GOAT, really. There's only
If
one
there's
GOAT.
only one, I got to give it to Lincoln.
Lincoln. All right.
Yeah, but I
don't see. We're not going to get any. We're not going to get any like.
That's
not gonna-
a fucking safe answer, man.
Yeah,
See,
you know
this
what
is
I'm
what
saying?
people
What's the right answer?
people are complaining
Retweeted,
about.
though. There's no retweets. There's no like.
I don't want retweets.
recognition.
I don't want recognition.
Yeah, no way Trump's retweeting that. No way.
But Trump could. I guarantee you, if you made a big enough thing and just doing it over and over and over again, that Trump was the GOAT, tweeting it to him, he would retweet it at some point.
Or send a Secret Service to your house.
No, he'd be so happy to hear that somebody
Yeah?
finally in the entertainment industry likes him.
Despite my vote for Hillary, he would be.
No, that was a joke, remember?
It's Quinn and Scott Baio.
Wah wah wah.
You got to come up with a catchphrase. So anyway, with the Fitbit, No, I understand there's a whole bunch of ants that do it. So I figure if I join into it with them, then if I don't get like the steps every day, I'll be shamed and people can be like, "Hey, fat ass."
Well, yeah, you do
what the
like a
fuck?
little competition with the other ants. You get in a little room with them, like a virtual room. My wife does this with some of, I think, with her brother's wife. Like they have like this little competition. I think even her brother does it too. And they do a weekend. Or like, how many steps can you get in 3 days? So it would be good. I mean, if it's making you walk, Fitbit's a good thing, but I don't want you cheating on it, though.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just sitting there like doing a bicycle as I'm eating fucking ice cream and watching TV.
I think all you gotta do is just move it like this with your hand, and it registers a step.
See, I'm picturing you put it on stage and make her just run around the room.
Yeah. Or what if I put it on a fan? I just strap it onto a fan. The other thing I think I'm going to do is I probably need some Nature
Did you buy
Box.
the Fitbit yet, though?
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nature Box. What do you do when you want a snack? But all you can find is junk food? Well, normally I eat junk food. Start snacking healthy, Q, with Nature Box.
Yeah, they sent a bunch of that vanilla granola. Did you guys get that?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Naturebox.com/TESD for 50% off your first order.
Couple of things. They also have Fuji. Did you guys get a box from them?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, I got the Fuji apple chips, which are amazing.
Oh.
They're unbelievable. I do have.
You put them on your pizza,
Man.
right?
That's what I was watching when I was watching the Super Bowl. I had a bowl of those chips.
That's why your heart was pounding.
I was going to say.
Yeah, that and they have jalapeno popcorn that'll blow your balls off.
That was the other bowl. I couldn't figure out why my mouth was so hot.
Right. And then you're like, oh, that's right, this delicious Nature Box. What was it again?
Fiji apple, French vanilla, Fiji apple
popcorn.
and the jalapeno popcorn.
Wash it down with a nice Q's
What's
brew.
with this popcorn? She's like, it's healthy. It's Nature Box.
Bring me more, bitch!
I love you.
Oh, I love you?
like, I
That's
love
much
you.
sweeter than how I imagined it.
She's looking out for me. She know I'm eating that fatty popcorn or that high in cholesterol popcorn.
Right.
Right. She wants you to live, man.
And she wants,
And she knows your ticker's fucking taking a beating with this game.
I'm not
like
even
you're all
lying,
excited.
Man. Like it was. Did you watch the whole game?
Yeah, what's over here?
To see it coming, and you could see it coming. It was making my heart speed up.
Yeah.
I was just like, because you're watching history, you'll never see it again.
Right.
You'll never see a collapse like that again. That's what I said. Is it a collapse or is it a win? Did the Falcons lose or did the Patriots win?
Patriots won.
Really,
I think they won.
Some really questionable calls though from the Falcons though. Things they did make no sense.
Yeah.
There's conspiracy theories already.
Really?
Yeah, that there was maybe some too much money.
Next overkill, we're going to have to talk about it. Yeah, I
The
sent
next
you.
overkill is next week with a real life exorcist.
That's right.
So we'll ask him about the Tom Brady thing. I don't know if he'll have any info on it though.
Is he the GOAT or not?
Oh, that's right. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, get ready for that, Ants, next week in Exorcist.
Yeah.
NatureBox recently made their service even better. Now you can order as much as you want, as often as you want. No minimum purchase, and you can cancel any time. It's simple. Go there. And right now you'll save even more. NatureBox is offering the fans 50% off the first order when you go to naturebox.com/TESD. That's naturebox.com/TESD. All right. Enough of that. So I wanted to ask you guys. So you see this man, Walt, and you're like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm gonna give you a quick glimpse. What's going on? Who is it?
That was Q. Oh no, actually, that's not Q.
It's a Q imposter.
Yeah.
It's his
Right.
cosplayer.
He's cultivating it for sure. Yeah, I met him.
Oh, you met this guy?
Yeah.
Now, my question was, right? If he is in a dimly lit bar
Yeah.
and somebody, a girl, approaches him and he pretends he's you,
Right.
and then maybe he scores
Right.
in a sexual way.
Right.
Is that wrong?
No.
No?
No, it's not wrong.
All's fair in love and war.
Well, she's only sleeping with him because she thinks it's me?
Yeah.
No, it's not wrong. Man.
Not wrong, huh?
Buyer beware.
Yeah.
I mean, if she can't tell the first moment he opens his mouth that it's not Q,
Right.
Right.
then I mean, is she really like?
Does he complete words? Does he make up
Yeah,
words?
does he mumble and slur? What do you think about a guy who cultivates the Q look, though, who wants to look just like you? You find him weird, or have you met him and he's nice and he's a listener and you don't want to say?
I mean, I don't know him enough to judge him on it. I think that given
you just got to look at him. You don't know.
that my look is basically comes from lack of maintenance. I think it's a weird thing to emulate. I don't think it's a good look.
Of course you do.
Do you think
Oh, I thought you said I think it's a good look.
No, I said I don't think it's a good look.
Oh.
do you think there's anybody out there trying to cultivate LeBron James's look?
Oh, sure.
Come on, really?
How can you cultivate that look though? Really? First, you got to be 6'9", ripped, and be able to. I watched a LeBron highlight film the other day. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't really watch a lot of NBA. It's insane. Like, it is insane the way like this guy can jump. Because I was watching I was watching like old school like fucking Dominique Wilkins and old Jordan stuff, and then I saw a LeBron James video on YouTube, so I was watching that, and I'm just like, it's fucking nuts. Like, I didn't know why everyone made such a big deal about him, and then I watched his highlight reel, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's why. Yeah, he's a GOAT, motherfucker.
I don't know. Jordan's the GOAT of basketball.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, there are people that are close to Jordan, though, right?
I think he's in another.
You think by like far and away he's the GOAT?
Galaxy. Oh yeah, it's not even.
It's fucking nuts, right? When you see some of the just that jumping from the foul line dunk.
It
looks like he's flying.
I bet there's somebody of you guys that never gets mentioned in the equation of just defying what you're seeing. Like your mind can't comprehend the jump. Mm-hmm. It's Spud Webb because of his.
Oh,
stature.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, because like these guys who are jumping who are almost 7 foot tall. Yeah, I mean, it's impressive, but when you see a guy who's 5 foot, 3?
Yeah, he was
slamming,
pretty little.
I mean, it's your mind.
Even Jordan was 6'6".
It looks like CGI. Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't look like it's possible.
Because you're like, how does a dude have a vertical leap of 5 feet?
I mean, it would be like get him just rolling out there and just fucking slamming.
Rolling is right.
Chocolate Thunder over there.
That's depressing. I was thinking about it not too long ago, a couple months ago. I was watching these people play basketball, and I was like, never again. Like, I will never be able to do that again. Like, I'll never.
Never. You could do it again.
No way. I'll never be able to dunk a basketball again.
Dunk.
Never.
Oh, well, you weren't able to dunk for a long time, but you could still play.
Yeah, but I mean, there was a long stretch where I could do it.
Yeah, but I mean, your dunking days.
At least you had the fundamentals.
Now I'm Dunkin' Donuts.
You had the fundamentals.
Yeah, like I could probably still shoot, but like in a regular pickup game, like guys my age, not anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean,
not unless I use my Fitbit.
But yeah, work on getting the Fitbit down, then work on the dunk game.
Getting it on your wrist.
Train to dunk a ball again.
That's what I should do. That's going to be my goal in life, to be able to dunk a basketball. Maybe because I can't, I jump off my left leg, so I don't think it's
impossible.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to do it again.
It's all right though. There's plenty of other things you can do.
What else can I do? I got others. Yeah, I got other shit going on, man. I don't give a fuck about that.
I mean, dunking's a young man's game anyway.
Mm-hmm. I'd look silly.
Yeah, it looked like Spud Webb. Our minds couldn't comprehend it.
Defying physics.
CGI would have to be what everybody would the
wire work.
Yeah. I got. You want to talk about the Cochlear album, Q?
Yeah. I wanted to thank everybody that bought the album, the fundraiser album that we did.
Which would be charity, right?
Charity implies, I think, just a different thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Like me going to a cause.
Yeah.
This is going more to a singular person.
Buy a kid ears, as you said so perfectly. No, it's great. I've seen a lot of positive response to the episode itself, which makes me happy on the Tell 'em Steve Dave end that people are saying it's an essential episode. So I like that.
Well, like Tom Brady, when an episode is pay to listen, it's a pay to play kind of atmosphere. Like when the money's on the line, we don't fuck around.
That's right.
I mean, there could be a lot of fucking like half-assed lame episodes, but those are ones we give away for free.
Yeah, right.
When we are asking you to pay for it, we try to give just that little bit more.
Yeah, and I think it's almost 3 hours long, or over 3 hours, that episode,
I
right?
don't think it was that long.
It was like 2 hours long, something like that?
I don't
know. It's a long episode.
It's long, though, and it's good.
And I realized that I think we only put the link out once. You know what I mean? I don't even think we hit everybody with the. It wasn't like
I gave a little bumper for it the week it came out and during trial 1.
Okay, right.
Directing them where to go, and you want me to find out where they got to go?
Yeah, I guess, and then I will also retweet it.
It's a good one, though.
It is a really good episode, and it's going to a very, very good cause.
It leads into the thing I wanted to talk about tonight. During the episode, we took some questions, and we got some of the best questions from a listener called Big Daryl.
Oh, Big Daryl!
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
he's
Daryl.
on the Cochlear album.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big Daryl's the
you
Cochlear.
gotta get the Cochlear album. Big Daryl's basically gonna
Big Daryl's for us the price of admission.
He has the potential to be an important part of Tell 'em Steve Dave lore, depending on what you're about to tell us.
Oh, well, I mean, going back to one of the questions Big Daryl asked was...
Have you heard from Big Daryl?
I sent him an email being like, hey, brother, we need you to send us questions. We want to do a whole episode based off all your questions.
Right.
So send me 15, 20 questions.
Yeah.
Not one. He hasn't responded.
Big Daryl hasn't answered.
Big Daryl has answered. I think Big Daryl may have not liked the how the episode turned out.
Oh, Big
How he was
Daryl.
painted.
Come on, buddy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But one of the
How
questions...
could you fucking ask questions like that and then fucking be like, oh, so everyone thought I was weird?
How could you listen to this show and not just assume that it was going to go that way? That's crazy.
Well, one of the questions he asked was, we're just going to give you a little taste. We won't give you the reaction to it, but one of the questions Daryl asked was, women disappear, kind of a scenario like Why the Last Man.
End of statement.
There are
Disappear.
no more women on the face of the earth.
Right.
Obviously, a portion of the segment of what's left of society, which is now all male, will most likely find companionship in the arms of another man, right? That's definitely the majority of people will be like, all right, well, there's no more women. It's we're
I gotta fuck something.
yeah.
Right.
Well, we need as a human beings, we need that kind of that kind of like connection.
Yeah.
We need a physical connection.
Yeah, you need that hot man ass. If there's
But there's a segment also
Yeah.
of society who can't get
There's
their
a
head
desert
around.
of women.
Who can't get their head around, even with the prospects of never having a woman again, they through religious and moral reasons, they're not going to go.
Or you're just not attracted to men.
Right.
Right.
So Daryl asked, what animal most likely would society
Deemed fuckable.
deem fuckable or not be like you wouldn't get any kind of like sideway glances
Right.
if you were if you found if you were hooking up with a certain type of animal.
The answer is
I'm pretty sure the sideway glances would come for a while. Like it wouldn't be like right away. They're like, it kind of looks like a person, I guess.
No, I don't think Big Daryl was like, what animal can we? Will make people
Who can we
fool,
subjugate?
will fool people to be like, oh,
Think
that's
it's a person?
yeah. I think Daryl knew full well that like, hey, everyone knows you're with an animal. You're not trying to hide it, but which animal would you?
I've heard that so many times, and there's still chicks around.
And I don't want. And I know some people who didn't buy the album maybe listening to this right now and being like, "This is gross."
What's with Big Daryl?
Bestiality, you guys. That's not funny. You should never took that question.
But that's Big Daryl left all over right there. that
But right,
question.
like, how can you get that question and not address it though?
You gotta.
Right. So we addressed it
at length.
at length.
To Big Daryl's chagrin.
And some of us chose an orangutan.
Right.
And saying that like we would
shave it.
We would shave it. We would
put in high heels.
We would make it. But we realized though that like it's not safe.
Right.
To like try to hook up with an orangutan.
Orangutan strength being what it is.
Yeah. So we would also have to
drug them.
We would have to sedate them for any kind of.
Again, not much is
interludes.
changing for me. Looks like an animal. I'm sedating
her. And that leads us into this week's
Which is weird because like all the females animal had died too, so you're still being gay, but you're also like
You're fucking an orangutan in the ass, or sucking his dick.
I thought it was just
can you
human
imagine?
Now there you're jumping to conclusions. Big Daryl never said. He only said the human female
right.
has disappeared. Big Daryl would never fuck a male orangutan.
No.
You sick bastard.
He's got morals and standards.
That's why Daryl hasn't answered our email. Because shit like that, you're paying him to be some sort of fucking weirdo.
Yeah, some degenerate. Now, are you still getting sideways glances if somebody catches you blowing a chimp? You're the bottom to a chimp.
Big Daryl didn't come back to us.
That leads us into this week.
Like he's known now. People are like shunning him. Like he's.
Well, I told him.
He's got the perfect name for it too. Big Daryl.
It just
It
screams.
just conjures like a big fucking weird fat.
I know. Hey, with Valentine's Day coming up, here's something you could do, Q.
Yeah?
Send your lady friend some Loot Crate. What would a girl like more? Walt, you could do the same. Send your lady some
Unfortunately, yeah.
comics-related shit.
Not my lady. She's not into
want it.
comics. No.
What's
But
she
I-
into?
What's she into?
Decorative mailboxes?
That I could put in a box.
Yeah, what could you put?
Yeah.
Dick in a box? Yeah.
I don't understand that. How could I do that?
Never heard the song.
That's an SNL. Andy Samberg and Justin Timberlake did a Dick in the Box
Don't worry
song.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a real dick? Or was it like one of those
was a real
toys?
You never saw it, but yeah, the
was a toy.
presumption is that they cut a hole in the.
Oh, like a popcorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, then they present it to their girl. So that's what you could do on Valentine's Day. You come
that's-
dressed like you wear like red stockings and nothing
That sounds
else.
very fraternity
Frat boy
frat
type
boy.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm much more.
You're a classy guy.
romantic. Yeah, I don't do the frat boy stuff.
What do you do? What do you do?
I put put candles, rose petals, bubbles,
He's so full of shit.
mood lighting,
Some music
a lot of like lotions.
for Lady Gaga. On.
Lotions? You
Yeah, like-
don't put Lady Gaga on, do you? What do you put on?
No,
guys put, like, Stones?
nothing with lyrics.
ELP?
Oh, all right.
No lyrics. That's a key.
ELP?
Yeah, some
ELP.
prog rock.
No, it's like a lot of Wagner.
Oh, okay. The anti-Semitic composer.
Why? What? He's anti-Semitic?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
There's no lyrics.
He was like Hitler's favorite composer. It doesn't matter.
Oh, he can't be. Yeah, but he can't be held accountable for
Just
who
because
liked
Hitler
him.
liked him, yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. I think he was buddy-buddy with him. Well, your wife could have been the envy of all her friends by getting 100% exclusive crates at lootcrate.com/TESD. Because all you have to do is enter the code. You're going to get to, well, maybe she could get it for you. 10%. Well, you already get it for free. Wait until I tell you about February's crate. It is very put together, Walt. I don't know what that means.
Did they ask you to read it differently, or did you just decide to go add emphasis to put together?
I went fucking rogue, man. February's pop culture theme is build. I guess that's why they say put together. Loot Crate has awesome and exclusive items from the most put together franchises. Mighty Morphin, I guess it's shit you have to assemble. It's a play on words. I'm too dumb to get it. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Batman, Lego Dimensions, Tetris, and as always, their monthly t-shirt and pin. You're going to get the best surprise you know is coming. They're like copy points, mentioned at least 3 times. So really, the 3 times you're supposed to be like, the best surprise you know is coming.
Right. I
Give me a
still
break.
get Loot Crate. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Oh, you actually get it now?
Well, yeah, they send it to me.
Stop getting stolen?
Offers an epic range of pop culture items for less than $20 a month. If you're more of a fanatical fashionista, then try Lootwear. And you can dress up your pets, Walt, if you want to geek them out. Do you like geeking out your pets? You dress them up for Halloween and stuff?
No, but for Christmas we have. I will admit that we do put Christmas outfits on the dogs.
Yeah.
but only on Christmas though.
What kind of Christmas? What kind of outfits?
Santa Claus, Elf, Rudolph.
Yeah?
All the big guns.
Do they hate it or do they like it?
Yeah, they don't.
They tolerate
They don't
it?
look to be pleased. As they're posing for the pictures, they look, like they're just dying to get out of the costume. We don't keep
Right.
it on all day though.
No.
No.
Was on
I keep-
Valentine's Day, I will take my cats and shave them and have them present to the neighbors.
Present and gyrate. Yeah, who doesn't? So anyway, LootCrate.com. Yeah. We're going to do this BD style, baby. LootCrate.com/TESD, 10% off on any new subscription today.
But this leads us into this segment. We're bringing this back. It's been a while since we heard it, but here we go.
The world's greatest shitholes.
That's right.
Wow.
Hell on earth, world's greatest shithole.
Coming to knock
As-
India off the perch.
Yeah, people say that, since Trump's been elected, America's the laughingstock of the world.
Yeah, I keep hearing that.
We're not.
No?
Not while there's countries that Ginnam's about to read an article about.
Okay.
I have a feeling that we still don't qualify as the world's greatest shithole. I drove in a Wrangler and waved to like 5 people today.
You telling me you don't like it? You're annoyed by it?
It doesn't annoy me. I just wasn't aware that this was like one of those things. And you know what's the worst?
When you wave and they don't?
Yes!
I know.
Oh, I feel like such an asshole. I'm like, why am I buying into this?
Yeah.
Are they like leaving you hanging almost?
They do. They
Yeah.
do.
They do leave you hanging.
You know what I don't like? You'll start to notice there's a subset of like wise asses who like on the side mirrors, they'll put a palm print on the mirror.
Oh, so they don't have to wave,
They don't
but
have
you
to
do.
wave. Yeah, I don't get down with that.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
See, now, like on the bike, I always wave to everyone, regardless of the make of their bike.
Of course, right.
But there's a large contingent of like people who ride American-made bikes, which I ride now, who won't wave to people who ride.
Yeah,
Japanese
I haven't run into that
bikes.
because I ride. I think because
That's because you ride
a Triumph.
A Triumph,
and it's,
right.
but even if you don't know it's a Triumph, it's still a very American-looking bike.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think anything
I look like a fucking
Japanese.
right,
Yeah.
right.
I wouldn't wave. If I saw you on that, I wouldn't wave to you. No way.
Muttering
Even
the
though I
L
was
word
probably
to
riding
himself.
with you,
I just keep waving to you.
just go into an embankment at high speed waving.
I was trying to be nice.
So, Ginnam, read this article that you
right.
showed me during
Now,
the week.
Ginnam thinks this is a shithole.
Well, I just want to introduce you guys to Pony.
Wow. I
Pony.
wanna
It's
see
already
that.
depressing.
It's an orangutan that is...
With a chain around
He
him.
shaved. Big Darrell's behind him.
So this story comes out of Indonesia, and more specifically, a small village in Borneo. So, Pony, this is told by Michelle Desilets, who's director of the Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundation.
It's 2016 this article's from, right?
Sure. I don't see a date here.
All right, go ahead.
Pony is an orangutan from a
Nice research.
Pony is an orangutan from a prostitute village in Borneo. We found
a
her
prostitute village.
prostitute village. We found her chained to a wall lying on a mattress. She had been shaved all over her body.
Oh, no.
If a man walked near her, she would turn herself around, present herself, and start gyrating and going through the motions. She was being used as a sex slave. She was probably about 6 or 7 years old when we rescued her, but she had been held captive by a madam for a long time.
I want to see Big Darrell's passport.
The madam refused to give up the animal because everyone loved Pony and she was a big part of their income. They also thought Pony was lucky as she would pick winning lottery numbers. So the
Well,
reporter
that part's good, I guess.
The reporter asked, did the clients realize they were in fact getting orangutan? Oh yeah, they would come in especially for it. You could choose a human if you preferred, but it was novelty for many of the men to have sex with an orangutan.
Oh, my God.
They shaved her every other day. They would put on rings. They would put rings and necklaces on her. She was absolutely hideous to look at. So the reporter asks, "Well, how did you get her away from there?"
This is the most fucked up part, Yo.
It took us over a year to
fucking an
rescue.
orangutan
wait,
is the
I'm
most
telling
fucked
you.
up part.
Okay, that's fucked up too, but this part made me go like...
You're safe, India.
Yeah, India, yeah, I apologize. And drop a deuce wherever you want. Because you drop a deuce proudly. holding up on the number one finger with like a foam finger.
Head down to those train tracks.
Because you are not number one no more. Point that finger right at Indonesia.
Okay. It took us over a year to rescue her because every time we went in with forest police and local officers, we would be overpowered by the villagers who simply would not give her up. They would threaten us with guns and knives with poison on them.
Could you imagine fighting that hard to keep an orangutan that you are pimping
That's
out?
crazy.
In the
What
end,
a fight that hard to keep Sage?
In the end, it took 35 policemen armed with AK-47s and other weaponry going in there.
How did one AK-47 not take this?
Going in there and demanding that they hand over Pony. It was filmed by a local television crew, and in the background of the film, when we were unchaining Pony, you could hear the madam crying hysterically, screaming, "They are taking my baby! You can't do this!" There was no law enforcement in Indonesia, so these people didn't face any sentence or anything for what they had done.
Big Daryl.
Daryl, huh?
That is possibly why he knew that story was about to break. And maybe that's why he hasn't reached out to us.
Where did you find that?
On Vice.com.
But how did you find that, I guess?
I think I saw it on Reddit. I was browsing around Reddit, and I saw it in one of those...
That chain on her arm?
But is that baby now or baby then?
Pony.
Is that Pony now? Or
I
Pony
am
then?
not sure if that's Pony now or Pony then.
Can you
I
imagine
gotta
that?
see this. Pony.
So you're saying Borneo is now the new...
Indonesia.
Borneo is, I guess, the Bornean forest in Indonesia.
Okay.
Right. That was one of the three that's well known for. They're for orangutans. Rwanda was for mountain gorillas, and I forget the one that was for chimps.
Oh, they would fuck mountain gorillas?
No. I'm just saying that in that area. Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's fucking that's like fucking an atom bomb.
But they must. I mean, I'd say so. Yeah.
Like it could have just fucking exploded. And he's
Whoa, there goes my arm. But even with an orangutan, I mean. It must have been like they had been banging it since it was like a baby.
Well, yeah, because they said she would present herself and gyrate.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
That's disheartening, man. that's
Put makeup on it,
demoralizing.
rings.
So if you want to hear more about that, if you want to hear more about Big Daryl, you can go to tesdimplants.bandcamp.com. And it is definitely an episode worth.
Yeah.
It's a 10 beller. It's one that you will not erase off your go-to list. If you have a TSD go-to list, the Cochlear album I think is going to remain at the on shuffle for you.
It set the bar for what these oh my God, this is crazy. It's a shaved orangutan. That's it. That's her.
What person goes in and is like, yeah, you can have
They should
Brandy,
Giselle
or
Pony.
or Pony.
Well, hold on,
They should
because
fucking nuke the village.
you don't know what the women look like.
And and Pony picked winning lottery numbers.
Yeah, like
How are
what's-
they
They got
playing
lottery in Indonesia.
Yeah.
I was going to
They
say,
don't have any laws. How can they fuck? If they don't have any laws, why do they have cops? Right? Did you just say in the article there's no laws?
There was no I guess there was no law enforcement against that.
Oh, this is crazy. Oh, this poor monkey. Oh, God, what sort of a dude mounts a monkey? Big Daryl.
Big Daryl.
Daryl's like, I'll tell you.
Right, Cloud.
Hey, we're talking about the extreme vetting.
Yeah.
Can't we get them as number 8 on the list? This country? They can't come in? Nobody could come in?
Orangutans?
No, anybody
No,
from
people that would
Indonesia.
fuck an orangutan.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's weird.
Do you think they still have the protest demanding that,
now I'm
Indonesian
just...
population still should be allowed to come in?
Oh, do we have a lot of Indonesians?
I'm sure we got people from all over, all sorts of countries trying to come in.
Just add them.
Well, look, I'd like to put it this forth. The people that like fucking orangutans are not dreaming of a better life in America. They're happy where they are.
because they can't.
They're fucking fighting
They can't
off
get their
cops to stay exactly where they are.
In fact, I think we want more of them here because the people that are coming from the Indonesians are the ones that are like, "What? I gotta get out of here! Like, I gotta go someplace where like you're not gonna fucking orangutan." New York seems good.
The only successful immigrant so far is Big Daryl.
All right, so that's it, right?
Yep.
Anything else? You want to?
Well, yeah, you know what they should do is they should bring Pony over here and slap a sexy pair of MeUndies on her because Valentine's Day is near.
I'm really enjoying these transitions.
And I'm stumped. I'm like, what do I get
For Valentine's Day?
for my orangutan? Yeah. There's so many
What did she ask
cliches.
for?
Yeah, really. Or she'll fucking rip my arm off. Can you imagine? Like, did you see that dude in China? He wanted to not pay to get into a zoo, so he climbed over this wall. And the wall he climbed over, this was like not years ago. This was like a week ago.
Oh no, I didn't see it then.
And he drops down into the tiger.
Oh shit!
And so there's like 5 tigers that are like, "What's up?" And then they like go after him. And
Are you sure this didn't happen a while? Because I remember I could.
I think it's a big thing in
I just
the
saw a
Oriental
video.
countries
Really?
that they
Oriental.
that they mess with the tigers.
Get him.
No, he didn't mess with it. I know what you're talking about, but no, he didn't mess with the tiger. He was trying to skip out on paying the entrance
Right.
fee, which on one hand is like, are you that cheap? Or do you just want to go to the zoo that badly? Which kind of made me feel bad for him, like he really wants to go to the zoo.
Well, why don't you spend that zoo time finding a fucking job?
He drops down into the fucking tiger enclosure, and a couple tigers attack him, and they're firing off these rounds like that scare the tigers away, but not for good. And this one tiger just swoops in and grabs this dude by the neck as if you were like that little rubber chicken you used to hold with the devils, like as if you grabbed that with your teeth, like it was nothing. Like this dude was nothing and just picked him up and carries him off
And it's a
into the
cautionary
brush.
tale, man. You don't sneak into zoos.
Just pay.
Just pay.
Just
Hey,
pay,
fine.
man.
It's free on Wednesdays instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely pay if you save some money on MeUndies.
Fancy dinners and chocolates last a week.
Have you ever sold a Secret Stash gift card as a Valentine's gift? Has anybody come in and been like my
That
boyfriend
has
or
stated
girlfriend?
that it's solely for that. Yeah, I would imagine over
Yeah.
the course of these years. Why do you think that?
Do you offer special Valentine's themed gift cards or no?
No. Why?
Will you draw hard on it?
I would.
Yeah, I'm trying to drum up.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, this is from MeUndies.
right. All right.
Yeah, enough with that.
All right, so, man.
That's all
People
right.
need to spend
Right.
money, man. They got to spend money at MeUndies because you don't do anything for Valentine's Day, Q. What if you didn't do something, Walt? Would you be busted? Big trouble?
I think, yeah, rightfully so. I think that it would be very disappointing because I got a history of bringing the A game on Valentine's Day. So if I
So
don't
you
bring-
can't not bring an A game.
Yeah,
now.
if I
You
don't-
fucked
So
yourself.
you're the goat of Valentine's Day.
if I don't bring the A game on Valentine's Day, I did. I set myself up for sooner or later. As I grow into my my senior years, the A game is eventually going to drop to a C, D,
Right.
never be well. It's always an F game.
Yeah, boy. And that's why you don't need MeUndies because they're coming off anyway.
I don't ever want to get into that. I don't ever want to get into that area where you accept a D game.
Right.
But I know eventually, just reality it's going to happen. It may be, as far as I know, she may be like.
It was a D
it was
game
a
10 years ago.
Yeah, it was a D game 10 years ago.
You're laboring under the delusion you're still bringing the A game.
I'd like to give the D game.
MeUndies are the perfect gift for you and your Valentine this holiday. They're unbelievably soft, which I agree with. They come in limited edition prints. I guess I also have to agree with that.
Is this
Special
your first-
fabric modal. Yeah, you're going to
Is
get
this your first
girl some
Valentine's
MeUndies?
Day with your gal?
Yeah, but I don't believe in celebrating Valentine's
So
Day.
you're going to bring your
You're
D
one of
game
those guys.
immediately.
So you're bringing the D game.
I'm not even showing
right
up
out of
to the game.
right out of the gate, D game.
It's a F. It's a forfeit.
I like it. I like it.
You like that, Q?
In theory, I
Can
agree.
get away with fucking bringing
That's what
no
I was about
game?
to say.
You can,
Yeah.
but can he really?
I mean, but the thing, get him, is
She's like, you bring your D game 364 days a year, so 365. Like, just one day you can't bring an A game.
It's a long distance relationship, and for some reason, on principle, you won't fly her here. So if I was you, I would like send flowers or something.
I sent her.
He brings his a-hole game.
I don't believe. Like I said, I don't believe in Valentine's Day. I think it's just a cash grab. And I have a long history.
That's what all the cheap fucks say, because I know that's what I say. Like, this is not like, oh my God, fucking, it's just Christmas, and now I got to buy something else.
Well, no. If I
got to go out of my way.
If I got to
pretend I'm happy,
I got to pretend I care.
if I try to buy a dozen roses the week after Valentine's Day, it's like 3 times less expensive. And you can't tell me that these farmers are all of a sudden like, wait a minute, why are we getting a run on flowers? Let's raise the prices. They know the demand is going to go up. They plant it ahead of time.
So you're making that stand. So you're going to be the one man who's going to be like,
that's the hill.
No, I'm going to be like Q with Q's stance against diamonds. That's my stance against Valentine's Day. You know, it has to start with one man.
But what if I told you that bringing the A game can bring so much more benefits to your life than your fucking stance? You still are like, it's the.
He's a man of principle.
The principle is better than being just rewarded for finally, bringing the A game.
Look how perplexed he looks. He's like, I never thought of it that way.
How does your girl feel about it?
I'm not sure.
Well, don't you think you should find out before you fucking start making stands? Because what if it hurts her?
Because I've always, it's a stand I've held for years.
Right, but I'm saying,
does she know about this stand, or is she finding out about it now?
I would hope she knows about this stand.
No one has known about this stand in fucking 15 years because he hasn't a girlfriend.
But like, don't you think like
it's easy to maintain the stand when you don't have a girlfriend?
Exactly.
No, when I was with the ex, I maintained that stand.
But
and you lost your teeth.
Feelings or upset her.
Maybe that's big. Why she left for the blind guy?
I don't think that's the reason.
He was
one of the reasons,
because I would make
dressed up like Cupid.
I would make up for Valentine's Day later on in the year. I feel that trying to.
She had a hell of a flag day. Let me tell you.
I feel that like it's celebrating like a Hallmark holiday, if you will.
You're making some sort of fucking derogatory statement there, like Hallmark's just now fucking burning. They're fucking, they're seething after hearing that
he
slam.
said what?
I feel
We've never heard that term before.
I feel that like taking someone out to dinner like on Valentine's Day,
you can't. You're in another state.
Yeah.
So why can't you do just something sweet?
Like send her MeUndies. They offer free shipping and for a limited time.
Or anything. But you're planning on doing absolutely nothing, right?
Why can't I be sweet every other day?
You can.
Yeah, exactly. I can. And
so you would have not acknowledged
do.
Valentine's Day next week?
No.
All right, well, let's see how it pans out for him.
Well, now, of course.
Well, now, if someone asked me for a gift card, yeah, I'm going to put a little heart on it because, I know the stance and it's for whatever you are.
The stash is very pro-Valentine's.
What if she sends you a Valentine's Day gift? What would you give her the speech? Like, you shouldn't have did this?
I would thank her, maybe send her a link to that blog post I wrote all those years ago about how I feel about Valentine's Day.
Well, that's thoughtful.
But I would thank her.
She's got to be questioning it right now, right?
I mean, how does she not question it every minute of every day, let alone fucking Valentine's Day?
What is phone sex like?
It's what FaceTime's for.
What is FaceTime? You jerk off on FaceTime?
No, I didn't. No.
Imagine that. Imagine watching that and still being like...
He could sell that for big bucks, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a limited time.
13%ers all over will fucking pay mega bucks.
I think a lot of people would be very interested in that.
Wow.
I think he could make himself at least 10 grand.
Does he have props and shit?
Yeah.
Like,
so you're saying I could be like a cam whore?
I think you could be like a Kardashian.
Get him the cam whore. oh, like a sex
just
tape?
Just make a sex tape. That's all.
It's just him?
Just him.
People are like, what am I seeing? Pony? Fucking Did they release brothel footage from Indonesia?
Oh, it's so sweet. They let Pony in the country.
You just have a villager in the background hanging out.
Is that his sanctuary?
Why does he have a LED hat on?
It looks like a hoarder's.
Yeah, why does he have like 500 telephone books in his sanctuary?
Are those jars filled with pee all over the place?
Oh, still, that's
Good for Pony.
Pony. I'm glad this money went toward a good cause.
Yeah.
Ponies.
If you just pretend you're Pony, that's a fucking good idea, man. That's a good idea.
That's my cosplay pony.
You gyrate and present yourself on the
You're
video.
just wearing a big chain around your neck.
Oh, boy.
So anyway, let
Teach you
me,
to hold that phone.
why is he on the phone if he's on FaceTime? Let me just quickly get
Yes.
this call to action for MeUndies. If you don't want to buy Get 'em sex tape, you can free shipping, and for a limited time, listeners get 20% off their first pair, but you got to go to MeUndies.com/TESD. You know the deal. You got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Soft cotton, Valentine's Day, blah, blah, buzzword, blah, blah, MeUndies.com/TESD.
Are you being serious though? You've partaken in that
What?
over the phone?
He's had to.
Over the phone stuff. I've never done it.
But you live with your wife. It's not a long
Right,
distance
but I was saying
relationship.
so. Like,
You should do it from another room.
yeah, I'm intrigued. So you've done that over the phone,
I've done it before. I'm not going to say with who or
but with the current
with
the guy?
Otherwise, Mike will be pissed.
I'm not going to answer that.
No, so
I've done it
So
before,
no.
but I'm not going to. I've done it before. I'm just not going to say with who. What
all right. No, era
do you mean?
year. What year are we talking about?
Within the past decade.
Wow, that narrows it down.
Wow. I mean, yeah. Well, good on you, man. I'm impressed. I'm very I look up to you, man. That's cool. That's awesome, right?
Now, is it like Orthodox, like where they insist you put a sheet over yourself and just jerk off? Like just put your dick through so they don't got to look at the rest of you?
No, I wore. You wear masks like in that Tom Cruise movie.
Oh, like Eyes Wide Shut? You got
Yeah.
a big beak mask on?
Tell him, Steve, Dave.
No, wait.
Oh wait, I got to read the Cockular album. Hold on. Did I read it already?
Cocular.
If you want to go to pick up that album with Big Daryl and find out what we're talking about, go to tesdimplants.bandcamp.com. I don't know if I read it. I think I did read it, but one more time won't hurt.
Thank you, buddy.
No,
We really want to help, and
And it is very much appreciated.
anything.
I think that's all the business that there is for today. Oh, wait a second. The last thing, the trial.
Oh, yeah. how'd I do?
You're good, Q. You're innocent. You're still on the show.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Tell him, Steve, Dave.
I don't know where to start or where to go from here. I can see everything about you, it's so clear.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.